Now again, for one to many, CSS has given the following methods. What are the method? CSS by tag name, CSS by ID, CSS by class, CSS by tag group, CSS by parent and child. So these 4-5 method we have. Everyone used in the market this method. Okay. So now we have to work on first example, that is called CSS by tag name. In which folder? Internal CSS. Internal CSS. Okay. So create a file CSS by tag name. CSS by tag name.html. Create a file CSS by tag name.html under the internal CSS folder. CSS by tag name.html. HTML head style you need to open. HTML head, then now let's go ahead, write a division. Div 1, div 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Now write again paragraph P1, P2, P3, P4. Section 1, section 2, section 3, section 4. 3, section 4. Now CSS will write for 3 tags: div, paragraph, and section. Right, first for the body tag, background, sky blue, margin 50 px. Is ready? Check for background. Sky blue, division paragraph section displaying as usual. Right CSS for div tag, background of the div, orange color, padding inside the div or keep margin of the div 1%, width of the div 23%, float of the div left, height of the division 150 px. For working, it should happen only for division. Paragraph and section tag, no impact. Reason is we have written the CSS not for p tag, not for section tag, only for div tag. Div is a selector here, and for that list of property we applied. List of property and value we applied. So what will happen is it will show like inside the current page how many places the division will have. All the places it will get applied. Okay, it will apply only for the division, not for other tag. But where? In current page, not in other page. So the CSS we wrote, but for a tag, or the CSS by tag name. Again, come down, write for p tag. Background, green color, 31.33%. Write it. We'll discuss on this calculation part, how it is working. So now you check 3 paragraph will come in one line. 3 paragraph or 4 paragraph. 4 paragraph we have written. We can remove the last P. Let's work with the 3P. How many paragraph? 3 block. See, total area is 100%. After leaving the 50 pixel, after leaving the 50 pixel in the left and 50 pixel in the right, remaining area, this 3 division is paragraph is considering 100%. In 100%, in 100% of the width, if you divide in 3 part, how much will come? 33.33 will come. 33.33% will come. In that, suppose if I give you a 33.33% width, so 33.33 width and 1% left and 1% right. Even top bottom also, but leave top bottom. Calculate left and right. So it will become a 33 and plus 2, 35. So what will happen? You will not see the 3 block in one line. See here, you will see only 2 block in one line. Third block gone to the new line. Now if I give here 31.33, then how it work? 31.33% width plus 1% margin left and 1% margin right. It will become a 33. Here, in the first case, if you see, 4 blocks are coming in one line, 4 blocks. Width should be 25%, but we have given 23. Reason 1% gap in the left, 1% gap in the right. 2% plus 23 will become a 25. Now let us check here outage. Let's look like this. Come down. Again, section tag. We want to display 2 sections in one line and 2 sections in the new line. So suppose we will write the tag for section, and for section tag of written section tag. Suppose if we talk about the width, we want to bring 2 sections in one line. So what should be the width? 50%? 50%. 50% suppose will be the width. Width has how much? 50%. Okay. 50% will be the width. Next, after that, if I give here margin 1%, then how much it will come? 1% left, 1% right. 2% will be minus. That will become a total 48 now. Next, after that, float and background. Float, height and background. Float left, background is a pink color. Save now. Okay, hope ready. So in one line, how many now? Only two. Not coming. SEC. Section was written two times. Two are coming in one line. Two is going to the new line. But you can see equal gap in the left, equal gap on the top, equal gap in the right. Correct? Because for body tag, how much you are giving? Margin 50 pixel. All the side it will give the 50 pixel of gap. Right? So this example, what it has explained us, how to write the CSS for any tag. Okay. It can be any HTML tag. For that, you can write the CSS. Keep the tag name, curly bracket open close. Inside, keep the property value, and after. Right? Let's go ahead. Next example. First, copy this. Maybe two sections you can copy, and we need to paste in the file as a example. Which file? Developer guide. Copy this. Working. Hope looks similar. Okay. Copy this. Come to the CSS developer guide. And the CSS by tag name. For example, you can write here. Go for the next one. CSS by ID. Okay. Now, what is the problem is the solution we have written here in this file. We have 4 division, 3 paragraph, and 4 section. Correct. When you look into the browser, all 4 division look same, all 3 paragraph look same, all 4 section look same. It may be our requirement will say one division should look different and 3 should look different. It may be requirement will say one paragraph should look different and remaining paragraph should look different. But here what is happening? If you write once in current page, all the paragraph will be similar. Right? All the paragraph will be similar. So for that, right, all the paragraph will be similar. Then for that now we have to find the alternate solution. So alternate solution is this one. This one, CSS by ID. It is not specific for any tag name or any parent tag or any child tag. For every tag we'll give a ID, and for that ID we will write some CSS. Where you call the ID, it will get applied. Where you call the ID, it will get applied. Okay. So now the problem is in one page, if you want 10 division and all divisions should not look similar, then this method will not help you. The CSS by tag name will not help us. Conflict will happen. All division will look similar, but our requirement will say it should look different. See, here you cannot say it is not working. It is working, but output is different. It's working, but the output is different. Okay. Next, after that, create a next file css by id.html. HTML we can start here again. We can use the head style. Follow the div. First division ID is a different. Second division ID is a different. Third one is a ID is a different. Okay, this is the ID one. Has one. Okay, ready? Let's go ahead. Now write the CSS again. We can add some background for body tag, and we can write the CSS for ID now. Now write #1. Hash used to create the ID. For first division, what is ID? 1. But how CSS will understand what is ID? So for CSS, we have to give a hash. So compiler will check, okay, in CSS, there must be starting with hash and the name should be 1. And whichever the property we assign for this property will get assigned to those division whose ID is 1. So to create a ID, you have to use the hash. To create the class, we have to use the dot. Yes. Now go for this. First keep margin 2%. Width total 3. Okay, margin not 2%. Keep 1% only. Width is not required. Give the background orange color and give the height 120 px. Text align center. Hope ready? Check now. It's happening for first or second. Oh, height we have not given. Height we are given. Height is 1% here. Huh? HEIGHT. Okay. GHEIGHT. Okay, it's coming. Next, after that, see now you have not written for any division or paragraph or section tag. Okay, whoever will get this ID, he will have a list of property. Okay, so one ID we call one time, let it be. Come now. Write for the second one, #2. #2. #2. In #2 also, margin will be 1%. Background will be sky blue color. Sky blue already we have on the top. Pink we have already. Orange we can give. Orange. Okay. Orange already we given here. right? Okay, I give here for blue. Next, after that, width 31.33%. 33%. Margin, background, width, float is also required here. Float and height is also required. 300 pixel. Not coming. What is the problem? File is not saved. Hmm. Look like this or something else? Similar. See, I was laughing on someone message. Suppose someone will give the certificate. Someone will give only certificate in 10,000. Suppose someone will give knowledge with the certificate in 10,000. Based on certificate, people will get job. Tomorrow, knowledge will not be there. Company will ask, sorry, go back. Cost is how much? 10,000 only. One person has spent the same 10,000 rupees to purchase the knowledge. Now tomorrow both will go to the industry. One person will always in the bad condition because I will not perform, I will go back. Another person will be in good confidence. No problem. If you remove, I will go somewhere else. Clear or not? Check now. So is it now division based or paragraph based? This example? It's based on paragraph division or section. It's not based on anything. See, let me go to the middle one. Right here called section, correct? Section open and section is closed. Section open, section closed. No changes. Output remain same. Previous example was based on for paragraph what you wrote it will apply for paragraph. For division what you wrote for apply for division. For section what you wrote it will go for section. This file is saying like it is nothing like section and division. It is a matter of this ID. Wherever you call the ID, there it will get applied. Now in one page, using division tag, we can design multiple blocks based on ID. Each block will have a different ID, and for each ID, we'll write a different CSS. So one division will help you to divide the page into multiple blocks. Okay. Please let me know. It's working or not working. Working. So how to create the ID? Using has. We'll copy this line and we'll paste in our developer guide. Okay, so two methods we got idea. Let's come next. Next is CSS by class. Create next file. CSS by class.html. CSS by class.html. We can take the copy of ID. The previous file we have made no just now. We'll take the copy of this file. You can take the copy of this file. CSS by class.html. Okay. In that, body you have written is called CSS by tag name. This one you have written CSS by ID. Now, so CSS by tag name, how to write? Keep the tag name, curly bracket open close, inside follow the property value. ID how to write? Give any ID and start with hash, write property value and call inside HTML. Division ID equal to particular, paragraph ID equal to particular. Now class here, dot you can keep here, keep as a dot. So now two become as a class. While calling in HTML, we have to write class equal to 2, class equal to 2 and class equal to 2 everywhere. Change by class. The output should remain same. Both remain same. Similar. First one and second both are looking similar. Yes.
So what is the difference?
Hmm?
Difference.
Difference I will guide you. We'll make a note. ID same. ID one we kept here same. Class we kept here different time. Now, one small theory is there on internet. What is that? In one page, one type of design is only one time. Okay, in one page, one type of design. Like in one page, one design. You need to display only one time. Then you can use the ID
Multiple times using class.
class. Keep same, see the previous file. Here, one ID you are calling how many times? 3 times. For us, there is no problem, but for browser, there is a problem. Okay, for Java, is a big trouble. For JavaScript, it's a trouble what? JavaScript will understand duplicate. In our day-to-day life, our PAN number, DL number, never same. It's always different. In the web technology also, when we create ID, ID must be different for every element. Okay. So we will write a theory, don't worry. First you copy this and paste under the developer guide. Yes, example. Example. Okay, just add it. 1 minute and come back. So we have written. Let's go for next. So how many way we can write the CSS? Number one, CSS by tag name. Number two by ID. Number three by class. Now difference is what? ID was also working, class is also working. So we have to remember, suppose we gone to the page. In this page, one type of design, just listen properly. Difference of ID and class is what? If inside one page, one type of design is required many times. In one page, one type of design is required many times. Then we should use the class. In one page, one type of design is only one time. Then you can use class also, or you can use ID also. Okay. So now look into this one. Orange block is coming how many times? One time. You can create separate class also and call it will work. Or you can create ID also and it will work. Look at the bottom section. Same design is 3 times. If you are following for the bottom one, same ID 3 times, 100% mistake. Okay, same design. If you follow 3 times, 100% mistake. What is that? Your JavaScript will get confused. JavaScript need a unique ID. JavaScript need a unique ID. Okay, in one page, one ID should not be 2 times. In one page, one ID is 2 times. That meaning is what? JavaScript will understand. Yes, ID is there. You will try to change for the middle block, and changes will happen to the first block only. It will not happen to the second block because JavaScript will come from beginning. It will start searching where is the 2. Now how many 2 are there? 3 times 2 are there. JavaScript will find, oh, you are the 2, come. Means functionality will get applied where? First occurrence. It will not go to the second or third. So for that, what is the best option? ID should be unique. Okay, ID must be unique. That is one method. We have some more method. Through class also we can find multiple using JavaScript. Okay, through class also we can find multiple using JavaScript. Hello. Okay. Call from which company? Sorry, madam. Okay, now go ahead. From there, write here a small line of definition. In the case of ID, in one page, one type of design required only one time. In the case of class, you can write in one page, one type of design required many times. Okay. After that, what is the next step? CSS by tag group. So instead of implementing the tag group, first go for the parent and child. There we'll get some more idea. There only we can implement this also. CSS by tag group. So create a file parent-child.html. Order.html file. And define access status and change status order ID. Status. So change the status. Okay, so we can write parent-child.html, one file. If you remember the OL and UL. OL, UL, we remember UL tag. UL tag have the li tag, right? Li. Table is the parent. TR is the child. And TR have the TH, that is the last child. UL is the parent. Li have the Li is the child. Correct? So this example, what is going to say? This example is going to say you are not going to write the CSS for any tag name. You are not going to write the CSS for any ID, not for any class. You are going to write the CSS for those tag, maybe those A tag or those P tag that is inside the, that is inside the division. Division should be under the section. Not all paragraph, only those paragraph that should be under the division and division should be under the section. So section become the main parent. It will have a division as a child and the division have the sub child as a paragraph. Now if you say the UL, LI and A, UL is a parent, LI will become as a child. Inside the LI there will be A tag that will become as a last child. Correct? So you're writing for the tag only, but not for all the tag. For those tag which is following this structure, right? Come there. HTML, open close. Follow the head section. Right inside the script. Not a script. Style. style. Now follow the body. Follow the body. Okay. Next, write the UL tag. Follow the li. Li have the a tag. A tag. There is the written call home. About, contact, service, something. Okay. About us. Contact us. Login. Register. Services. Okay, hope ready. Now inside, in this page, let me write here one h1 tag also. Welcome back. Okay. Welcome back. Next, we can go here. Copy one li, paste here. Copy one more, not li, only e tag. Paste here. Copy one more tag and paste here. Now for UL, there is a li. Li have the a tag. In fact, some a is outside also and some a is inside also. We want to change the font size of those a that is under the li. Not all a. Only those a. In fact, here you have not used the ID, not class. Okay. We want to address those children that is the whose parent is li. Okay. Under the li, there can be multiple tags also, but the children should be a. So we can target first UL, then li, and then a. We have to address not directly a. If you address directly a, there is so many a, right? Inside also and outside also. We want to address only those a that is under the li, and li must be under the UL. Now look at here. Suppose you write for a tag, and put color as a red. and font size 30 px. Checks for which li it is happening. All li or only main li. Sorry, which a? All a or only main a? Li a. Li a. Check first. Outside or inside? In current phase, all A will get applied. All A. Okay, there is no any control on that. So your compiler will check in current phase how many li will come. For all the li, it will get applied. For all the A, it will get applied. Right? Now let's address to a particular li, particular key tag. So how you will address? Suppose if you keep call li. So for A, who should be the parent? Li should be the parent. Check now. It will apply only for the first level of A tag. It will not apply for the bottom, right? What something like this? Only is happening for the upper li, not for the bottom li. Now keep here call ul also, because it should follow the complete structure. Ul li a. The parent grandparent is the ul. There the parent is the li and the a is the last child. Okay. Next after that. After that, write one more property. Write one more property. Text hyphen decoration. Text decoration. Text decoration is a none. Okay. Today, check now. Text decoration none. I have written text. Okay. I have written D. Text decoration. Text decoration none. Text decoration none. Next, we can write some li, css for li also. Ul is the parent, li is the child. So it is not for all li, only those li that is following the UL. Display in a line. Display colon in a line. And padding somewhere 20 pixel. Display in line and padding 20 px. Look like this, same line. See, bottom is also A, this is also A. But condition is applied. Change the color, font size, text expression for those A tag whose parent should be li. And li must be under the UL. Then only it will apply. Else it will not apply. So this is one simplest method that we got some idea. The more thing we are going to write, we'll get idea probably. Okay, come in the same page. Here written the H1, right? H1 we have on the top. After this, we'll write a division. Under the division also we write the H1. H1. Call I am inside div. I am inside the div. Right here, H2. I am H2 inside div. I am H2 inside the div. Save it. Okay, hope ready. Check now. Look like this. This is the H2, H1, and this is the H2. Now what we should do is, we'll go here. We want to change the color of those H1 and H2 that is under the division. Not all H1. Only those H1 whose parent is div. So what we will write for that? The first div will come, correct? After the div, H1 comma H2 both will come. Okay. So H1 comma H2, let us try color equal to green color. Check once. Is it happening or not happening? For H1 also and for H2 also.
If you give directly give,
Mhm.
if you directly give, not H1, H2.
Then also it will come. But inside the div, there will be paragraph also. There can be some other tag also. If you write directly for div, then entire div will become green color. Inside the div H1, H2 should be green, paragraph should be blue. Correct? Then what will happen? We have to separate. We'll say yes, inside the parent, Ramesh should go left side and Ganesh should go right side. Correct. So what we have to do? We have to specify inside the division, H1 should come in one side, see, both become a green. Now come below. So this is what is that. This is called CSS for the child of a parent. CSS for a child of a parent. Okay. We can use ID also as a parent and ID also as a child. We can make class also as a parent and class also as a child. Okay. Now come in the same file. I will write another line that is called CSS by tag group. This is what you saw. CSS by parent child. If single tag, then CSS by tag name. Hash means ID. Dot meaning is class. Correct? One tag is space second tag means the first tag is the parent and second tag is the child. So instead of tag name, it can be ID also and it can be class also. Those all are going to come. Another line I'm going to write just to clear the point called tag group. So in current page, what are the tags you have used? UL, LI, A, H1, H2, correct? Let's go ahead for the H1, comma H2, comma E tag also. Okay, comma E tag also. This many tag we have. We have UL, LI also. We are going to change something. Okay. So what will happen here? It is not saying H1 space H2. It is saying H1 comma H2. That meaning for H1 also and for H2 also, as well as for E also. Look at here. Here what you have written. Div space H1. That meaning inside the div for H1 also and H2 also. Okay. Here it says like not inside H1. It says like in current page for H1, H2 and A. That meaning we are creating a group of multiple tags separated by comma. Okay, you will write here font hyphen style italic. Font style italic. Or change. In current page H1 also, H2 also and 8 also. What will become as a which one? Italic. That is called CSS by tag group. Right? It's become a group of the tag. And for one group, apply one property applicable for all. So how many syntax came in mind? One tag like division, flower bracket open close, property value, CSS by tag name. Clear? Another one, hash ABC, curly bracket open close, property value, CSS by ID. Another one is called class dot XYZ, curly bracket open close, property value, CSS by class. Another one, what we have? Parent child. Okay, parent child. That is called parent should be the first tag, space child, space next child, space. It can be n number of level. There is no problem at all. Okay, that is called CSS by parent child. Another one is CSS by tag group. So it's like tag 1, comma tag 2, comma tag 3, comma tag 4, comma tag 5, and for all common property. Right? This 5 method everyone follow on internet. Not internet. In software development industry, the CSS you have based on this method only. 5 methods. Okay. We have some more method that is not based on ID and class and all. That is something called variable and all. That is going to come under the CSS 3. Once we get some more idea, then I will start merging the property of CSS 3 as well. Okay, but this 5 method you have every website, whichever the website you open, all are based on this 5 methods. Bootstrap is not based on ID. Bootstrap is not based on ID. Bootstrap is based on remaining four. Okay. Remaining four means what? Tag name, parent child, class, tag group, not based on ID. ID is reserved for JavaScript. Bootstrap know the ID is for the JavaScript. If I give the ID, tomorrow the problem will happen in the project. So let the ID to be free. Developer will decide their own and write their own JavaScript. Okay. Now you can copy this. This three you can copy directly. These two you can copy and paste under the parent child. No, no, no. The first one is the best for the parent child. First, ULLI is the best for the parent child. ULLI is the best for the parent child. It's here for the parent child. ULLIA is best for the parent child. Okay. Next, another one. Last, you have written H1, H2A. That is suitable for the CSS by tag group. Tag group. Add it and then okay. So hope ready. How many methods? 5 methods. Correct. Next, our next class will be using these 5 methods. We'll design different type of templates. Okay. Header, footer, here, there, menu, submenu. On will create some 5-6 templates under the internal CSS. After creating some 4-5 template, 5-6 template, you will get confidence. Okay. From there onwards, we'll move to the next.